My friend, you have just entered my Mopar pickup truck dream.
That sounds a little sticky to me, but let's talk about what we're doing here. We're doing the Fast and the Furious.
What?
Yes.
And we found two very unique pickups here at the dealer auto auction. We have a 1999 Dodge Dakota RT with a 5.9 liter Magnum V8. And what else do we have?
By the way, it's slightly modified.
Yeah.
But then we got a Dodge Ram SRT10.
Viper powered truck.
Yeah. But not as modified as that one. So we're going to drive both of them, give you a quick walk around and tell you a little bit about them and what it's like.
All right, let's look under the hood of this puppy. I don't know, well, this is not really my dream. I would not do everything in yellow like this.
Well, but look at the carbon fiber. It's gold, baby.
Is that a carburetor? No, it's probably just a throttle body, right?
Yeah, it is. Wow. So they did their very best to make sure that this vehicle is loud. There's an exhaust that's been put on it. Engine actually looks like it's fairly well cared for. At least it's clean.
Okay. And it has, well, 5.9 Magnums. They were pretty popular. I mean, they were in many vehicles, including Jeeps, Ram pickup trucks, Dodge Rams, and Dakotas. Yeah, but Durangos also.
Correct, but not a lot of these had this powertrain. So it's kind of rare. This was really the most powerful one of the bunch, right?
Yeah, 245 horsepower-ish, or 250 horsepower, and about 345 monstrous pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, but it's almost double that with the pinstripes. If you have racing stripes and you have a vehicle that is far faster, and more importantly, look at these wheels. This is very important, guys, because the brakes, which are deep in there, look like they were painted yellow, but they weren't. Those are just...
I don't know why you would do that, but it also has Ventus ST tires.
Well, of course, because, you know, you're fast. But let's take a quick gander at the back, because I wanted to show you guys the spoiler that's on top of the cover. Look at the dual pipes hanging out of the back right there. That means speed. And, of course, you must block the one safety device that tells other people that you're stopping with as much darkness as possible. And in this case, you can actually see the adhesive here, which is an important safety point as well. So that way you can easily peel it off if necessary.
Nathan, let me rev it, so let's listen to it.
Okay, you know, for as much hell as we're giving this truck, that actually sounds kind of good.
Nathan, these seats are 3R racing.
Yes, I'm never having children again, that's for sure. Okay.
Come on, dude.
Oh, dude, I can't fit my fat butt in the seat.
This is the Fast and the Furious. You said it yourself.
Okay, so
this seatbelt is not locking.
These are really painful.
Wait.
Oh, my kidneys are really hurting.
It flames, yo.
It's just
on the gauges.
On the gauges. That is just awesome. Somebody, and Andre, you said this off camera, somebody either took this really seriously or they're having a laugh.
Somewhere in between, probably.
Yeah, I think they were kind of serious when they built this. Because there's a lot of money they put into it.
But did you notice how this engine fires? It fires right up.
Yeah.
It does smell. So I don't know if it's running really rich.
It might be running a little rich. I think
what's happening with it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have taken something that has this type of intake, especially up here in Colorado.
Okay, let me try our brakes first. Okay, I do have some braking capability.
That's great because they painted the fake calipers and discs yellow.
I was nervous. Okay.
He wanted it to be a sports truck, and I'm assuming it's a he. I apologize if the former owner was a she, but for some reason this kind of has a little too much testosterone going on around it. Yeah. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for four-wheel drive.
There's no four-wheel drive. It's a two-wheel drive.
Well, but this is Colorado.
This is a rear drive vehicle, dude. This is a sports truck, sport team truck, and now with the pinstripes and all of this carbon fiber, it's going to be ridiculously fast.
Hold on 1 second. Oh! I think it's just burned rubber.
It did.
That's about 45 gigawatts. Hold on.
It's quick. I'll give him credit.
Yes, sport truck.
Yeah, he lit him up. We had no problem with that. There was no weight on the rear end, but
No, and that's why it's spinning tires.
Well, that and also there's some torque going on. You know, it sounds like the engine's actually running really well. Are there any warnings on the gauge package? It probably doesn't have warnings on it.
No, only flames. I only see flames.
Well, then there you go.
Nathan, so they made these SRT10 pickup trucks in 2-door configurations and also quad cab 4-door configurations. But the biggest deal is under here, right?
That is correct. A while ago, when they first introduced these, they actually had the V10 hooked up to a manual transmission and a rear drive short bed truck. And I got to drive it, and it was terrifying and awesome all at the same time.
Yes.
Oh! That is definitely, it says Viper right there. That is a proper V10, that is.
They took a Dodge Viper engine, and in this truck, it was rated at 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque. Monster.
Oh, the seats are so much better.
Yes, it's already better. And there is also 3 more seats in the rear, which makes it a 5 practical.
6.
No way.
Yeah.
6 person.
You get to take 5 people along for the ride, which is awesome.
It also has something interesting. It has a push-button start for
Yeah,
2005.
Yeah, but you have a key. You first have to trigger the key, then you hit the start button.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a Lamborghini.
Or a jet engine.
Well, yeah.
Or a jet plane.
Lamborghini.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got my oil temp. This one has 113, almost 114,000 miles. It's 2005.
Yeah.
The only negative about this, I can imagine, is lack of 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. And I was, for a minute there, I thought this had an all-wheel drive, but then it dawned on me, no, that was the Chevy SS that came out around this.
The brake light is on, but my brake is released.
Okay, you're fine.
Also, the ABS light is on.
Okay, so they're probably related.
I have no idea if we can stop this thing or what's going to happen here.
So an unusual thing about the V10, especially in the Viper, you think they sound super muscular and angry. They shout, but they don't sound anything like a V8. V10s have a very unique sound all their own, and we had one once, didn't we? We had a Ford, remember? Big Ford truck.
It was an excursion. It was hardly a Viper.
That was a V10, baby. It was a V10.
Yes.
It did not sound like this for some reason.
But you know, the cool thing about like the Viper itself, the actual sports car, is that each bank of cylinders would exit on each side.
Yep.
So you're almost listening to 5 cylinders on each side.
Which that in itself already sounded
which is already interesting,
pretty
right?
weird. These things were notorious for having a lot of torque. I would caution you when you accelerate. Oh, the brakes work.
Yes.
Only because they do torque right and left with the rear.
Also, the tires on this truck are in very poor condition.
Yeah, they really are too. I mean, like
they have
chunks are
bubbles.
missing.
They have chunks missing.
Yeah.
This truck may have lived a hard life.
Roman drove this at any point in time?
Possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
I think he also likes these trucks.
Yeah. This would be a cool truck for us to do some stuff with.
All right, let me.
I would straighten out. How are you?
You think I shouldn't go sideways?
If you want to go sideways, fine. It's you're on the line if you crunch it.
See? He was going sideways. Oh, that was almost 45.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, something came flying off and hit me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't know what it was.
Dude, I'm getting into a sporty mood.
This is great to hear after you're telling me about your nice dream. So now you're in a sporty mood with a nice dream.
I gotta drift this way. Hold on a second. I'm kidding. I'm not drifting, okay? I'm being safe.
Yeah, by the way, we should quickly explain that the spot that he was accelerating in is specifically made for that, so people can test the vehicles before they have a chance to buy them at the auction.
Exactly, but there are people out here working, so I cannot drift out here. I'm endangering others.
Correct. He's not supposed to drift. He's endangering others. That's kind of how it works.
That's how it works.
But I gotta tell you, this thing actually runs okay compared to some of the other trucks that we've had a recent thing with.
Well, the value of this, potentially in good condition, is between $13,000 and $15,000. If this was a great condition truck, I would plop it down, bam, immediately, even if it doesn't have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive.
That's a good way to put it. Okay, guys, so which one do you think we should buy? I already know my choice.
It has to be this.
Yes, it's this. That other truck is a little bit of a joke. But
you could also say, honey, you know, we have usability of 6-person seating. Yeah, everything is wonderful. There's a large bed.
The fact that you're already helping me make an excuse, knowing my wife is the one who's going to be yelling at me, is hysterical. All right, guys, there you have it. Some quick drives with both vehicles. I hope you had a good time. I certainly didn't, and we'll see you next time.
The Past and the Furious.